Hello, this is Steve from Beato's Leatherworks. Today's project is this very cool Grandstone burgundy chrome excel boots. I wore them a couple of times, still fairly brand new. And I know what some of you guys are going to say, hey man, why are you spending your money on a brand new pair of boots changing around? You know what? The customer has a vision of what his boots wants to look like. And it's not available on the market, so he's changing a few things around. So he sent me a couple of few items that he wants it done. Like we're going to replace the welt, flat welt, with a split welt with double stitching. All right, leather soles and doctor soles, rubber half sole, and matching heels. Leave the edges natural light so you get a good contrast between the uppers and the edge. I think it's going to look very nice. All right, let's get started. I ran into a shelf yesterday. I was working on my garage. That's what that mark is. I know some of you guys are wondering. Yeah, I was clumsy as hell. I was walking. I put my head down and banged the shit out of it. I'll be all right. Knock some sense into me a little bit, I guess. Let's continue. This is the sole we're going to use. Matching heel. These suckers are big. I mean, they're a big boot. Size 13 triple E. I think I'm going to have to cut the JR sole from the bend. I wasn't going to use JR leather on the sole, but hell, nothing fits. Nothing that I have fits this thing, so we'll make it work though. All right, so a quick shout out goes to Wyatt and Dad Cobblers. They are the ones who send me the soles. I didn't have anything that would fit it in the particular style that the customer's looking for. So thank you, Tony, and thank you, Tobias, for sending me the soles and heels that I needed. All right, buddy, thanks. These aren't bad shoes. You've got leather midsoles, leather heel base, and a look-alike a Day-Night's pattern, Day-Night soles. Let's break it down and see what we've got going on underneath. 2 layers of stacked leather. It's basic quality. It's not bad. It's a little loose in the grain, but it's okay for leather stacked heels. They're not bad at all. I've seen worse. I've seen worse at fiberboard. Not real leather at all. Now, I'm having a hard time removing that, which means that the solid glue surface to the sole. Sometimes manufacturers just simply apply a little bit of glue and nail it and be done with it. This, as you can see, it's not very easily removed. Not really struggling, but still. Not bad, not bad. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 threaded nails that are nailed from the inside. Okay, that makes it a pretty good solid bond. I'm gonna try to push those through. Let me cut a little bit off, and I'll take them off when I remove the soles. Sucker is on there pretty good. Man, broke a sweat. Now these are made in China, but don't let that make a decision whether you're gonna get them or not. Goodyear welt construction. It's got nice leather lining inside, leather footbed. So far, so good. Warning for all you guys who have weak stomach, okay? I'm about to show you. Just be careful now. If you can't take it, turn it off, fast forward it. Ah, you suckers. Yes, I'm sharpening my my blades. All right. Sorry, I had to do it. All right, leather midsole. It's pretty dense, not bad. You've got a shank cover, which we call like anti-squeaking material, which is good. You've got a beefy 3-rib shank. Which is good. Similar to the ones Alden uses, some other manufacturers. And you got cork filling. Not a bad leather welt. It's got a nice pattern on it. It's kind of cool. Basic Goodyear welt construction. You got some plastic residue, which is just a cover that they cover the shoe while they're doing the bottom, and they cut it right on the edge after the welt gets attached, and the rest stays inside the welt area there, which is not a big deal. It's a good measure to protect the uppers while they're doing the bottom, so nothing happens to the upper part of the boot. Good quality control. All right, so we've got them apart. Clean the cork. I noticed something little here. What is that? That doesn't look like leather to me. Now we've got leather footbed, which is the back of this. So I dug a little bit deeper and let's see what I found. What is that? Paper. So luckily, that doesn't go all the way to the toe. That's just for the heel area right here. Not sure why they would do that, to give it a little bit of a whatchamacallit, a little bit more thickness, but I mean, they could have used other material than paper. However, it is what it is. Now, the good thing they have here is that they have the footbed covered in canvas. Also, they have a piece connecting these two together. You see that center piece right there? Allen Edmonds used to do these many years ago on their shoes. The vintage ones still have that center canvas right there. Also, Alden uses the canvas throughout the whole area there, not just in the middle. So what's the purpose of that? Highly unlikely that the footbed is going to come loose from the uppers, right? So if it does, this is what's connecting these two together still, so it doesn't lose its shape. That's the main reason why that's there. So I'm guessing that's what it's there. I could be wrong. If I am, somebody correct me, please. Other than that, it's still not too bad. A little minus in the quality because of that, but don't let that deter you. Okay, let's continue. All right, so we've got a welt stitched on. Now, this is a big foot, man. I think we're going to have a little issue of the Dr. Sole's fitting on here. Now we're going to cut a piece of sole from the JR bend. It's going to be pretty tight. I'm telling you guys, that Dr. Sole is a size 14, but it's not that wide. I'm going to have to maybe sand the welt a little bit, make it smaller. I don't know. I got to figure something out. but this sucker is pretty big. We're getting there. We're making progress. All right, let's continue. Cut a slightly short. We'll put a small piece in there to fill that gap. So why do we put leather covered shanks instead of cork throughout the whole shoe? Just my opinion. I think this area here gets a lot of stress, and over time cork tends to kind of break down and fall apart. This won't do that. The leather won't do that. Now, can I go all the way? I can. Somehow I got that measurement wrong. I cut the cork a little too short. Haven't had my coffee yet, I guess. No worries. Minor detail. There you go. You all know what time it is. It's a little too early to get a little bit joyous and say hammer time. Oh, Lord. Some people are wondering why I have naked elves on my wall. This is a drawing I did. This is my drawing. That's my middle name. And that's when I did that, 1999. A customer of mine brought me a book. It's called The Elves and the Shoemaker. If you guys never seen it, this is the book. All right, that's the picture I copied. So go check it out, and that'll give you a better idea why I have naked elves on my wall. Let's continue. All right, we're done with another project. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. Now, this was a fairly simple job. The only difficulty I had was the sole that we were putting on was not wide enough to fit the boot. So I had to heat it up and stretch it, pull, tug on it, right, left, up and down, just to make it fit, barely fit. If you look here, you can tell that the pattern is off. It's not symmetrical, right? It's not centered. Well, I'm lucky I could get the sole on. I almost called the customer, said, you know, we got to do a plan B because it just was not working at all. And I'm kind of not happy with it not being centered, but you know, it's aesthetics. Even though I'd like to have it centered, but our hands were tied, unfortunately, due to the size of the boot. Anyway, otherwise, it's not a bad job. I think it turned out pretty good. What a big difference from what it was to what it is now. Now, are Grandstone boots worth the money? I personally think so. I own 2 pairs myself, and for the price point and the quality of the materials and the labor, I think they're pretty much well worth it. Absolutely. All right, well, thank you again. Oh, I think we have customers' reaction coming up, so stay tuned with that. All right, we'll see you guys again on the next project. Take care.
Hey, got these. These are my Grandstones back from Steve at Vito's Leatherworks. I'm going to take a look at them. It's the first time seeing them since he did the work on it. These were a pair of Resole Chrome XLs in number 8 color. I had him do a resole in bottom with a split welt, matching, it's a double stitch split welt, and a Dr. Sole bottom with gray. Damn, these are nice. Yeah, this is exactly what I was hoping for. This is exactly what I wanted to see. Add a little heel to it, a little bit more. I really like these. I really like the work that he did on it. Everything looks really good. I'm really happy with it. The stitching on the bottom is red. It matches the stitching on the welt, both sides of it on that split welt all the way around. It really looks good. I really greatly appreciate the work you did on here, and look forward, if I need anything else done, I guess I'll be giving you a call here soon. Thanks, Steve. Appreciate it.